Hello everyone, welcome you all to the online webinar on Industrial Scenario after COVID-19 situation, organized by Guru Govind Singh College of Engineering and Research Center, Nasik. We have the keynote speaker, Dr. N.P. Gulane sir, Professor and in charge TPO, VGTI Mumbai, Parminder Singh sir, CEO, Guru Govind Singh Foundation, Nasik, and Mr. Ajay Vidyabhanu sir, AGM HR, Jindal Saw. Let's start with the today's session.
Months, everyone is at home with a concern that what will be the situation next, what will happen tomorrow, nobody knows that. Everyone will concern about their job security. Students will concern about their whether they will get the job after this scenario or not. So with this broad intention, what we have kept this 2 days webinar for the student, faculties and the industry person to build the confidence, to build the to boost their confidence so that they won't get frustrated.
Sir, am I audible? Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir, audible. Please continue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Yeah. So, but this time and now onwards, so what the graph is pointing out, 2020, the down drop. Students are expecting, they are experiencing a tough year ahead. So, I am stating this from student point of view. My perspective is different because I am in touch with all the company. So, my perspective I will tell later on. But here I am quoting from student point of view. They are experiencing a very tough year ahead in terms of training, placement, internship and all other activities. So, due to outbreak of this COVID-19, companies are either cancelling the interviews or delaying the process and sometimes postpone also. So, this time we are expecting 30 to 40% interviews getting dropped down or delayed, as there is a lockdown across the country and people are encouraged to stay at home to control from the spread of this novel coronavirus. So here we can analyze the student mindset. So what student mindset is, many students are thinking this way, maybe final year, even though my job hasn't been revoked, but there is a lot of uncertainty at this moment because we cannot predict what can happen in next couple of months, couple of weeks, right? So you can see here the last training placement data of this institute was almost 90%, 95%, 100%, and the graph was at the peak, average was 95, 2018. But suddenly in 1920, in a span of only 6 to 8 months, see the curve how it get dropped down, and probably this red curve which may come up and then it will convert to yellow, then green and blue. So this process is try to explain here how this graph can grow. Okay. Now let's talk on impact, market impact. Okay. So we have many sectors. Basically auto sector, pharma industry, textile, electronics, information technology, shipping, and the most effective and profitable sector is tourism and aviation in this day, and mostly in a summer vacation. So we will just focus on all these sectors one by one. So automobile sector, it is highly depressed and expected that 50 to 70% loss in the Indian auto manufacturing. We are very good in pharmaceutical industry, and one of the top formulation of the drugs. We are the exporters in the world, but because of getting a less bulk drug, we can suffer in the future. As I can talk on textile manufacturing, we are very good in textile. We have many resources, many capacity building, infrastructure and all. So however, home textile industries has limited impact. they have an impact, but as Tim said, adversely affecting export of fabric. They cannot export the fabric, they cannot export the yarn and other raw material from India. So almost 50% textile manufacturers are getting depressed because of this situation. Now as we talk on electronics, the impact on product prices due to heavy dependence on electronics components, maybe directly, indirectly, we are suffering lot. Why? Because all these PCB, microprocessor, all we are buying from Intel, microprocessor. So this is totally stopped. So there is an impact when this demand supply directly or indirectly has cut off. And because of this, local manufacturing pushes down the sale of the microphone. Even you are not getting services of the cell phones. So this is predicted that because of this sector, the state will take a hit of approximately 2 lakh crore in the current financial year. And we are having around 5 to 6 crore workers in different sectors like mining, construction, manufacturing and the services sectors. So all these sectors will be affected because of these 5 to 6 crore workers working therein. So these all small businesses which are totally dependent on migrant of workers, they can face a supply crunch. Especially the workers who have left the cities and they won't come back or they will take time to come back. So some positive hopes in market, totally we have, it is information technology. What is this information technology? These people are doing well, they are working from home and the work from home is fine with them. But the highly affected sector is tourism and aviation. So these aviation and tourism sectors are directly impacted and leading to near about collapse of this sector. There is also massive decline in the agriculture, restaurants and the food service business. Almost hotels and linked business like guest house, townhouse, banquet hall, they are directly impacted because of this. In respect of this economy due to lockdown, 60 to 70%, this is what is taken from the report of the Deloitte company, which is the biggest multinational company, which says that respect of economy due to lockdown, 60 to 70% of the goods and services produced in the country is not properly utilizing in time or they are getting lost. So what is the outcome of all these response plans and the area and the impact response plan is cash flow have dried up almost completely. So this was just impact on the industry, but if you talk COVID in numbers, so let's see what is the impact and what retailers are saying and what consumers are saying. Still, because of this COVID situation, 5% people are there in market, 5% of consumer, they plan to resume purchase across categories right after this epidemic. They have that capability in the market. Though we have a great impact, negative impact, which have completely destroyed the supply chain and productivity losses. This pandemic can cause revenue losses up to more than 30 lakh crore in few months, and this impact will likely limited to 2020 with catch up in 2021. Yeah. So let us see what this retailer 60% retailers are being not planned to exercise cutting down this product, no cost cutting. 2 out of 3 retailers are inventory to meet the consumer demand and purchase over next 1 month. So they can well manage 1 month and purchase. But on the other hand, see the second opinion. 40% of the people in a market can well manage the market people. They plant more advertising. They plant promotion more advertising. Because you might have seen many of the malls. Because you might have seen closed down. Many of the malls. Things which are inside closed down. They may be destroyed inside. They may be destroyed. The purchasing capability, the advertisement and promotions will boost the sale of that product. So out of 3 retailers, after survey, they extend the new channel. So they will focus, they will catch up with the Flipkart, Amazon, and they will launch all these products which are just dumping last 2 months. So they will take a help of e-commerce and WeChat commerce, and they will supply in a market. On the other hand, see what are these consumers saying. So the consumers' opinion is taken on these 5 points. 1, epidemic, food safety, healthcare, inflation, and decline of the domestic economy. So based on this, 70% are feeling confident despite of the current situation. And 1 out of these 3 consumers remain positive about the country's economic situation. These consumers are okay with the situation, they are very positive. So many people, they are trying to have home delivery services as new norms of the e-commerce. 1 out of 2 consumers expect home delivery services for online shopping in the future. And because of this online shopping, what is happening? Tier 3 and the below cities, maybe town and villages, the online business may double in a coming future, and that is why 2 times is shown here. Now let us see the supply side demand and the demand side impact. So here it is categorized as low impact, medium impact, and the high impact. And what is our opinion, comment, and impact. So price variation of the key raw material is a and production is completely shut down. Industry is one of the biggest sectors, and around 6 to 10 crore people, maybe regular people, maybe contractual people, are working in an industry, and these industries are closed and production is shut down. The labor force highly impacted. The nationwide lockdown has led to temporary closure of the factory and layoff, and these all labor started walking to their homes. And because of this, there is no cash flow, and it's completely dry. And now, only in the garment manufacturing, we can look at local sourcing opportunities. So, in terms of finance impact, if I say the jobless worker and laborers might have lost about 10,000 of wage. If I calculate our average salary, it's a 10,000 each month. Now, government may provide at least 2,000 per worker to meet their most urgent needs, and this will cost government. So 10 crores into 2,000, so 20,000 crores per month. So for him, consumer goods and household products. Increase massively due to panic buying by consumers, and there has a sudden demand in the market, and the company has no capacity to products such as food, grocery, and health, and maybe in terms of hygiene products including soap, detergent, hand wash and sanitizers, they are witnessed a massive demand. But again, there was a production, but there was no supply, and there was a gap of supply and chain. So supply chain management totally disturbed. The companies facing disturbances across this manufacturing and supply chain management. So after this post-COVID world, what we expect? So the world, whole world can be shifted from local to local. There is no import-export business in India. Already we have taken a step from local to local. So point number one is shifting towards localization. Under Digital India, we are going towards digital get a real push. No transaction by currency. And we will move towards a variable cost model. There will be no fixed prices for any models. So variety of the models and variety of the prices. So fourth, I will explain later on in connection with the IT technology. So fifth point, supply chain resilience is the key. So we have already described that there is too much disturbances between supply and change, and that we have to strengthen. So capacity building is required to improve this building infrastructure. And of course, last but not the least, safety and health, that comes to the individual. So each and every people has to take care of each and everybody's health and safety. So whole world is fighting with this COVID-19, and health crisis of undefined scale is in picture. So this also turn into economic crisis. Now the way of living is changing. Yes, everything is changed. For number of people, for billions of people across the nation, across the world. And what I guess is, life will not come back to normal anytime soon. It will take time, maybe couple of months, maybe 6 months, maybe a year. While the economic impact of the COVID-19 outbreak, so this impact is dominant in months to come. However, it has provided an opportunity for IT vendors to become a more innovative. So that is why point number 4 I was asking, building sensing and control tower capability is one of the example which is IT people can handle, along with this e-commerce. So IT vendors are looking at an incentive on the existing contract extension, and they are having a conversation on business continuity and focusing on a disaster recovery in the cloud. So they are the most important people nowadays who are in the market and working from home and doing well. So of course everybody is doing well, but these people are one step ahead. So IT vendors are keeping an eye on the emerging cases in artificial intelligence for disease detection, tracking and prevention. So Arogya Setu app you might have installed in your mobile. So it is one of the best application by this IT team. So I was talking about this building sensing capability in the next 6 months, year. So we have such type of infrastructure capacity building, wherein there will be a building automation, where there will be automatic lighting, and there will be preventive maintenance, camera surveillance, power and battery, generator monitoring, and fuel level monitoring. Everything will be well managed with the help of this building sensing and control tower capability. So here we have a very good future in terms of this IT vendors. So there are various players in consumer industry who have launched contactless pickup and delivery models to ensure zero contact with consumer and thus minimize the risk of contaminant. So this coronavirus icon may be printed on the bags, may be printed everywhere, do not touch, handle with robotics, contactless delivery. So there are many players, there will be many players in the industry, consumer industry, who can launch this type of services called as a contactless pickup delivery model. So they will ensure that there will be a zero contact. Such contactless method in the current scenario could also lead a greater employment. So this is what opportunity for all the people to have more employment in the market. and that employment in the logistic and the distribution department for the e-commerce. So e-commerce sector will be coming up along with these IT vendors, and such type of services will become a dominant. You can see this medicine infusion bag icons will be like this. So this is one of the opportunity for people. Now after handling all these issues, capacity building, the impact on market, the impact of finance, all this survey. So what is the prevention, how to rebuild India post COVID-19? What issues we should start tackling? At least we can plan, we can think. At least we can plan, we can think. At least we prevent another COVID-19 outbreak. How? So we can see everywhere what to do, what not to do. All these Nagarpalika, municipal corporations, they put one notice and all guidelines, police and nurse, doctors, police, everybody, all these Safai Kamgar, they are dedicatedly working for all. But now, what is our responsibility? We should take care that we should not go in contact with other person for physical distancing and follow all COVID-19 guidelines. So this we can do. We can rebuild India this way, and we will prevent another COVID-19 outbreak. Now lack of manpower. We are looming issue since workers are migrated and not to come back. So substantial measures for worker safety. So now how this worker will be motivated to come back to Maharashtra or come back to any other state like Gujarat, Odisha. So we have to provide a substantial measures for worker safety. They should get a confidence that this is an industry, there is a worker safety, I can be safe there, my health will be safety, I can work there. And keeping this multiple shift means social distancing, physical distancing, we should not allow more number of people in a one shift. So there should be a multiple shift. So this we have to do only because of the lack of manpower. You might have seen the day before yesterday's advertisement by Bosch. It is one of the industry in Nashik which is completely implementing Industry 4.0 norms. But because of this lack of manpower, they started business, but they need these people at diploma level, degree level, ITI level. They have arrangement that you can apply directly. So we are now facing the problem. Migrants is an opportunity for us. Now it is up to you. You take it as a problem or you take it as an opportunity. Now, in a market, there may be unanticipated demand. So the couple of months before, nobody expected that there will be a value for the sanitizer. There will be a value for the hand wash. It is unexpected, and unexpected level of demand comes in market, and it has become very difficult for the business person to produce in a limited time. So in future also, such type of unanticipated demand will come. The liquidity crunch, because of the startup, slowdown in startup, MSME business slowing down, there is no cash flow in market, so no liquidity. We are shortfalling of this. And one of the most important, supply chain, what we already discussed, once this lockdown is lifted, we have to make sure that a path of exponential growth and ensure physical supply chain operates seamlessly without any obstruction. There should be good production as well as there should be a manufacturing and supply chain management in the market. So there should not be disturbances, and they operate seamlessly without any disturbances. The movement of people, lockdown to be lifted in stages with restricted movement of people to avoid the second wave of COVID-19. This second wave may be very, very dangerous, what the European people have faced. So we have to take care that we have to uplift this lockdown. We have to exit from our home in a stage wise. So we have to think ourselves when to come out from the home and what to do and what not to do. What is possible work from home, you focus on this. So this way I have explained very small, but this way we can rebuild India post-COVID. And these are the issues that we can start at our level. So let us talk on the technologies, what these experts are predicting. Few experts, they predict that normal world can exist, which was never imagined before decades. There will be totally different worlds. There are some technology that help business to stay open and operate efficiently. So few technology, they were in existence, but they will attract more attention. So which are these technology? E-commerce and robotics delivery, remote working. In-person delivery can be virus proof, and hence we can expect much more automation in supply chain. So every industry will try to implement such type of contactless delivery and much more automation in the supply chain. In remote working, no one thought of working from home. In many industries and many engineering colleges, many institutions, that we will be at home and we will work from home. Nobody thought of before 2 months. But see, the opportunity, this crisis has provided company and institutions an opportunity to evaluate their operation and expertism. So this is one best example in industry. They are tackling themselves what opportunity they can avail and how to evaluate their operations remotely. So this has boosted technology like virtual private network. So we are coming with one of the new technology called as VPNs, virtual private network, and VoIPs, voice over internet protocols. Then we have virtual meeting. Now we are doing it. Cloud technology, work collaboration tools, and other technology that enables a person appear before a virtual background. So this has given a very good opportunity. And one of the best opportunity for the students, which has given as a distance learning. As mid of April, if I talk worldwide, 191 countries who have declared their shutdown, lockdown, 191 countries announced or implemented school or university courses completely closure, physical teaching, and that has impacted around 157 crore students globally to sit at home. As a result, there is a huge spike in education technology platforms, and which involve the technology like Google Meet, Google Virtual Classroom, Zoom Virtual Classroom, this app what we are now talking, international call conferencing, virtual and augmented reality, artificial intelligence enable robot teachers. In Bangalore, one of the video which I was going through, the teacher in a class, they explained with the help of encyclopedia with all the students, interacted well. So what is this? It is artificial intelligence enabled robot teachers. So this is a very good opportunity for the student. Then about to telehealth, many countries are investing in infrastructure for telemedicine to ensure the safety of their citizens. So wearable, the personal IoT devices can track the initial sign. Chatbots can make a initial diagnosis based on the symptoms, identify the patient. So you need not to go to the doctor, to the medical, to the clinic. So these chatbots and wearable personal IoT devices, they can make your initial diagnosis based on symptoms, identify the patient. You have to just put the symptoms. I am suffering from this, my temperature, body temperature is this, I am little bit cough of this intensity. So chatbots will provide the telehealth supply, telehealth facility. And the another opportunity, another technology is contact equipment. Hello?
Do you mean to say that the current Setu app is an example of the telehealth?
It is providing data to all Indian or Indian nationals. And if you are in danger zone, it will detect you as you are in danger zone. So at that time, you might be in contact with the positive case, and then you need to contact to the given number. Yes, it is a telehealth.
So, yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Please continue.
Okay. So it means I am audible, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So contactless payment. So cash become significant carriers of the virus. You have seen in Italy in Germany, they have thrown up their currencies, euro, dollars, because once it is infected, so there is no hardly solution to clean it. So much time this banking sector has invested in the China to make it virus free. So the solution is contactless payment, and there must be contactless payment in the form of cards and e-wallets. Everybody knows, even a 10th standard student is also using banking and e-wallet and a card. Digital payments are enable people to make online purchase and payment of the various things like goods, services, even the utility payment. And the last is online entertainment. So we all are in the home like quarantine. So it's maybe somewhat difficult for all of us to how to spend time and what to do. So this is a measure that is reduced in person because there is a reduction in person interaction significantly. So online concert and events can gain the attraction. So very soon you will find a thing in a market that once the picture will be released, maybe from one of the hero, Subhash Giri presents this movie. So you can see the movie released on the online by paying some few amount, and you have a good earphone and good sound, everything you can enjoy like a studio in a home. So in future years, maybe coming time, this may be online entertainment for all of us, for the quarantine people. Yeah. So if we talk that we will come up with this situation and there should be artificial intelligence and all this industry 4.0. So then what are the key features? How we should tackle this problem, what we should learn, how to go ahead. So entire teaching module come to online platform and they are allowing students to attend the classes online. So before, we teacher used to say that you please switch off your mobile, otherwise you keep your mobile in a phone, or don't enter in a class with mobile. But now the situation is reversed. Right. So according to All India Survey of Higher Technical Education, MHRD, India is having 32.9 lakh students graduating in the art, commerce, science and humanity. This is a figure in 2019. Engineering and MBA graduates accounted for 16 lakh last year. And this time there was no examination, and Maharashtra state was one of the first state to declare cancellation of the exams in line with the UGC guidelines. And now they are only launching the final year exams. The second point is the students who are looking to study in the US are now looking for options to stay closer to home, because they feel that it is not good situation to go at Europe or US. What was the usual practice? Usual practice was many students, they start repaying the loans. Many people take the loans, education loans. So they were starting to repay the loans once they are placed in the company. But when the jobs are revoked, are now delayed, so then there is certainly some constraint in paying back the money. So now this is the problem for the student who have already gone through the loan, education loan and all. So there is a solution. So make sure that when the lockdown is lifted, our entire system are ready for the economic growth. And if we can do such a planning with IoT technology, Industry 4.0, we do well. So as a whole country, we can win. Now, this key feature, what it indicates, this small picture you can see the teacher with the student. So now this Industry 4.0 has to brought into the education policy. So what is that education policy, which was framed early in 1986 and it was modified in 1992. So more than 3 decades have passed since the previous policy. Now there is a significant changes in our country, society, economy and the world. So in this context, education sector, they need to grow up towards the demand of the 21st century, and they need people and the country to have a quality education, innovation and research, which are the pillars on which this India will become a knowledge superpower. So it means what clearly a new education policy is needed. So how is it possible? Holistic approach, which takes into consideration expert opinion, empirical research, stakeholder feedback, as well as learned best practices, and the National Education Policy draft was prepared on the foundation of this pillar access with equity, quality and accountability, and it was presented in the last November, 7th November 2019. And that time it was decided that there should be a digital platform for the education, which now we are realizing what is the need of this e-learning digital platform and the online platform for the students. So this is all a part of education program. Now virtual education will be a part of our curriculum. This will be one of the design of the curriculum. And as such, we are doing these practices. We are going to SWAYAM portal, we are going to NPTEL, AICTE launches so many courses, Atal HTTP, and there are 156 NPTEL courses, SWAYAM portal is there. So, and they have also requested all institutions, engineering colleges across the country to count the credit, 20% credit of the SWAYAM portal. So that student can be in touch with this online platform, they can get a very good quality education, they can see the world virtually. So this way, this key feature with inclusion of this artificial intelligence, blockchain and security is possible. So we should have this employability skill in the coming education policy. We have significance of interdisciplinary employability skill. So mechanical people, civil people, CSIT, electronics, they should come up in a group to devote on one product, and it is a marketable. So that interdisciplinary project, research project is very, very important, and that will provide employability skill in the market. And the most important is the use of latest technology in the design and development of the project. So latest technology is what? It's a totally digital basics. Maybe Internet of Things. So my server in India can check my data, my company data in the US. So with the help of sensors and microprocessor, I can take all this data into my server. So with the help of this IoT, I can manufacture another product in Germany. So to gather such type of data, I can use this IoT. So second digital basic is social media. Now you all are aware about this Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp and email and all. So this social media, it is not new for, it's one of the part of this digital basic. Then the cloud computing, analytics and big data. We have to go to the mobility work, we have to go for rapid process automation and artificial intelligence. So this is requirement, these are the key features for the upcoming generation of the industry, and then it will make individual employable. So there will be importance of latest trend and technology with the help of this perspective of employability. Okay. So after this capacity building of the India after post-COVID, the impact on the market, impact on the business. Now looking after your well-being, if I am safe, my family is safe, my society is safe, my city is safe, my state is safe, my country is safe. So what individual I should take care of? So this COVID-19 pandemic is very stressful, and COVID stresses can vary among the people. You can see the picture. You can feel loneliness. You can feel a loss of income. You can have a shortage of essential items. You can deal with the rapidly changing situation. You fear of sickness of isolation. Even you have some temperature, some cough, you may feel that it may be a symptom, but it is not. So that panicness should be removed. You need to take a precaution. You have to stay at home. And possibly you have to work from home. Practice a social distancing. And the most important, for a stress-free, you have to go through this yoga process. It gives you a stress-free life. You take a proper food and sleep, quiet sleep. Now it's entire time with you. You can utilize your best plan for your personal activity and for sleeping activity. And the most important, very, very most important, in this pandemic days, you should have a very positive approach. Now let's see, what are these stresses and the symptoms? There are two types of symptoms. One is physical symptom, one is emotional symptom. Now see, what is this physical? There is a tense or aching of muscles. So there is a stress by just simply going to the muscles. Headache, sleep disturbances, and there may be a disturbance in digestion and rapid heartbreak. So these are the physical symptoms. And what are the emotional symptoms? So if you are not comfort, there may be a lack of concentration, there may be nervousness, increased anger or aggression. You can see in picture how this aggression is increased, irritability and sadness. So the solution over all these problems is yoga and positive approach, and to take a rest and proper food. Now I am coming to the last but one slide, coping with the stress during this situation, which can reduce the stress. I thought that along with this industry scenario, the student new technology, I should also take a look over this factor, how to reduce the stress. Since I am going through this, so I feel that I should talk on this. So how to cope up with this stress? So I am just reading this. Take break from listening to, watching or reading COVID-19, including checking the social media. You have to spend some time on social media, but not entirely. Focus on the fact of COVID-19 and understand the risk of yourself and those you care about. You should talk about in family, relatives, your friends. And the most important, you should be separate out from the fact that which are rumors, which are not true. And you should not see too much news on TV. It spends so much time, it's a very chaos in mind. You gather information from the reliable sources. There is one app, Arogya Setu, there is one website of the Government of Maharashtra, Government of India, which provides a reliable source information. You should be in touch with this. Keep yourself in the best possible health, sleep well, eat healthy, and be physically active. Here you can see the picture, yoga and then all, pranayam and all. Practice yourself for positive thinking. You should plan your day, prioritize the tasks, what to do, what not to do. Today, what is your plan, what to read, what not to read, what are the pending work, what is the future planning. You have to prioritize these tasks. Feel good about the decision you make. Engage in activity you enjoy, you keep yourself stimulated and the entertainment. Talk to the people you trust. This is very, very important. You should not keep loneliness in your home. You have to talk with your friends, you have to talk with your relatives, you have to share your thoughts and share your concerns and feelings. You should not be loneliness, because otherwise it may get into other direction like a frustration. Now I am coming to the students. Especially I have focused because I know here there are many students from Guru Govind Singh College, VGTI College across Maharashtra. So what these students can do in such situation? All the students are suggested to be calm and stress free during the lockdown. Focus on their overall professional and personal development. So there are many sessions on the YouTube, professional personal development. You can go through, improve your personality, and which will help you to face in your campus drive. Student can also prepare for the GATE examination, MBA entrance. I am not talking of the GRE. So nobody will think this time of GRE and tough fail. So I have written only MBA entrance. IIM and all. Students are suggested to complete their NPTEL and SWAYAM courses. There are many courses, good facility by NPTEL, SWAYAM courses. You can complete this course and it is totally free of cost. You need not to pay a single rupiah and you get a from the IIT professors, and this is widely available. So AICTE just now launched courses at no cost. You can refer this website, 165 courses they have launched. Various courses offered by many organizations as a free of charge. You can go through it. There are so many competitions, so many quiz, so many webinars daily you are facing. So those who feel you are good, you attend. Coursera campus membership you can get, every college can get, and this Coursera campus membership is totally free in this pandemic situation. These courses are free and you just try to attend one Coursera campus. I completed one. My experience is it's very nice to see the foreign education, very systematic approach, and we can implement in India also how to go fundamentally. So at least I suggest one Coursera course should be completed by the student in this pandemic situation. You have ample time with you. Students are advised to complete courses to build their profile. So if you put these courses, NPTEL, SWAYAM, any computer exam, quiz, it will build your profile for the campus drive in the final year, or you can face a very good internship drive in your third year. As well, you can also learn foreign languages to build a competitive edge for the education. There are so many other languages available, German, Chinese, European language. You can build, you can learn this foreign language. And most important from the campus drive is you learn about the Industry 4.0 in the context of globalization of business management, business environment. So you can do all these things. Now I talked that many websites are there, they provide your online certification courses. So there are almost 20 online certification courses. There are institutions which provide these certification courses. These 20 websites I am sharing with you. This will be shared with you all. So you can go to SWAYAM, you can go to NPTEL, you can go to MOOC services, Coursera, Udacity, Udemy, Skillshare, and the last is 20 Tata Learning, TCS. They have launched a very good scheme and they are going through the Industry 4.0 course only by paying ₹1. So you can spend 2 weeks of time in learning this Industry 4.0, which is very, very useful for all non-core branches students. So of course this CSIT people will feel it is a very prelim information, but for them also it's a very good for application point of view. They can think in the innovative direction how to utilize this Industry 4.0 in our interview process, how to explain it, how to understand it, and when the project will be given, how to implement this knowledge when this hands-on will be driven up. So with this I close my presentation. Thank you for being online with me. Thank you very much. So if any questions, I am ready to discuss. You can now unmute the speakers and allow participants to discuss.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, am I audible?
Hello.
Sir, I am a student.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So, what do you think will be the future of non-circuit branches? Like mechanical and other branches, like what they are going to do, because it is not possible for them to work from home.
Yes. I was expecting this question in this webinar because as a officer in charge for training system, what I learned from the industry is there is a huge demand for industry. Can this audio hello.
Participant, kindly unmute the mic. Kindly unmute the microphone. Participant, please. Gulwan sir, please, Gulwan sir, please continue.
Yeah. So non-circuit branches, four branches: electrical, mechanical, civil, chemical, production, textile. These people have a great scope by learning this artificial intelligence, robotics. By using this all digital basics, they have to enter in the market with this new cutting edge technology. Now they cannot work with this CNC and lathe and all this spinning and weaving technology, right? They have to come up with new formulation of this industry 4.0 and in the coming days, all the industries now virtually will be shifted towards virtually to implement all this contactless delivery and contactless production automation. So everybody has a great hope. If you perform well right now, you learn the courses, right? You try to get into this industry 4.0 and you try to get into the coding business, the automation, the data, big data analytics, the IoT technologies, the mobility, the robotics, process automation, and artificial intelligence. Of course, with this mechanical, civil core branches, this will be very helpful, but your core knowledge will be remain as it is, and it will be just a tower put up on your building. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Yes. Yes. Hello? Hello? Yeah, you can ask question.
Hello, you can ask the question.
Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Hello, you can ask the question.
Hello.
Yeah. Please ask the question.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, I am also from mechanical. I have one question. Is that GATE exams and ESC exams will also postpone?
This time we are not sure about JEE exam, about NEET exam, about CET exam. But Government of Maharashtra, Government of India, they have formulated one committee called as UGC committee, and they submitted report. According to that, all these final examination will be holding in the month of July, 1st to 31st of July. And a week before, our Honorable Minister or MHRD, they announced the date for the JEE exam, any NEET exam, and of course, GATE exam is in the month of February, the first Sunday of February. Of course, if JEE and NEET exam will be holding in the month of August or July, so definitely GATE exam will be holding in the month of February.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
We have to
Hello,
go for
sir.
the solution. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Please.
Sir, can you please elaborate about the scope of branches like electronics and telecommunication post-COVID situation?
Okay. See, these are some sectors.
मुझे बस बाबा आप टोटल दे दो आप on and
Can you see?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes, sir, that's visible.
Yeah. Just ask the question.
Hello.
Yes, you can
sure.
ask the question.
Please ask the question.
Sir, I'm faculty from engineering, so I wanted to just hear from you about the scope of electronics and telecommunication, or say pure electronics, in the post-COVID scenario.
Yeah, very good, very good. Yeah. See, in one of the slides, I was talking about the IT vendors. Nowadays, when any company, any HR is asking for the recruitment, they are not focusing on CSIT. They just call that they know to the students. The students should understand the coding language. The students should know about the cyber security, artificial intelligence, and they may be aware of this IoT technology and the mobility. They will not ask you whether you are from electronics branch, you are from CS branch, you are from this branch, and so on. No. They will just write their requirement. This is one software engineering post which needs to tackle with so many issues, and one of the issues will be cloud computing. Now, mechanical people may come up with his idea, who knows the coding, who can work on IoT business, who can just link up with the cloud computing, and who can analyze this big data analysis. So there will be no question of the branches, maybe from electronics. Now everything will be getting converted into this IT, information technology, ICT business. So maybe electronics, he can work in cyber security. Electrical people, he can work in smart grids. So initially it was just networking of the grid, but now you know what is the smart grids. So NTPC, they are sharing the power with all the other states.
Yeah.
How it is possible with the smart grids? You also from your home, you can share power through PV cells. When it is excess, you can sell it. How it is possible? It is because of this only smart grid. This smart grid is spread up across the nation, and you have this network, you have this big data analysis, you have this artificial intelligence, and you have this IoT technology. So there they have not asked whether you know PV technology, whether you know cloud computing. It was a necessity of the smart grid manufacturers, the engineer who can work on the smart grid. So CS people can work, IT people can work, mechanical people can work, electrical people can work. So I should not differentiate between now branches. It is an interdisciplinary scenario in the industry. You should have this industry 4.0. Yeah.
So it means that apart from graduation from any of the branches, you should have the extra skill sets regarding, say, suppose from artificial intelligence or robotics or IoT, right?
You catch up the right point. Not say artificial intelligence, not say robotics. You should have a general awareness of Industry 4.0, which is now the new factor in the industry.
Okay. Thank you.
Excuse me. Sir?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Excuse me. Sir, I am faculty from mechanical engineering. You saw the online courses which are listed around 20. Can I get a free certificate for that? All those things, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, so I got certificate. I got certificate in one course on MOOCs. I completed one course on Coursera. Certificate. It's a free.
Sir, but some of the courses are needed for paying fees, sir.
Yeah, agree. You take a membership, and
Okay.
there is lockdown. They
Okay.
are providing membership, institutional membership.
Institutional memberships. Okay, sir.
I am very glad to inform you that in India, our brighter students, very innovative. They have 1,700 students. They have complete Coursera course online.
Sir, we have actually I'm from Tamil Nadu, Namakkal district. We are having a Coursera membership. My college, and that because of that I have got one certificate. But I want to go some Tata and some of the courses. They need
I will share this slide with you. 20 number. You can 20 number. It is a capabilitydevelopment.org, and it's a Tata Learning. TataLearning.com website. It is a facility provided by TCS. Only 1 rupee you have to pay to complete the course. You can learn artificial intelligence. You can learn digital basics. You can learn IoT technology. You can learn social media applications. Very, very good facility provided by Tata.
But they provide only a PDF format of material only. They are not conducting online classes.
It is a video conferencing. They are not live.
Okay.
It is a record.
Okay.
So it is not
Okay,
possible.
sir. Okay. Thank you.
Across the world, so many people are attending at any time. You are totally locked down.
Yes.
You have different schedule. So Coursera have offered some courses, and it is going on. It's all recorded. But if you go
Okay,
to
sir.
make you live, sir, you feel that it's a live courses.
Okay.
Which state?
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Which state, sir?
Sir, Tamil Nadu.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Sir, what will be the effect on EPC companies of COVID-19?
Which company, sir?
Sir, any EPC company for mechanical engineers. Like will they be hiring GETs?
Yes, sure. Don't take it another way that companies are locked down. They are not working. Their production is shut down. It doesn't mean that they will not be open up. Market will be open up. It is very interesting. There will be very good environment, and they will require the manpower. So the manpower higher technology, with some innovativeness, with some positive approach. So never think that shut down, no scope for mechanics, everywhere people will be required. Say in chemical, people are required. So for the formulation of the drug, are required everywhere. Pharmaceutical, people are required. Chemical industries, people are required. What are the machineries? What are the utensils you are using for domestic process? So they require this. Supply chain management. People are required. Only thing is, technology should be equipped with.
Hello. That's why I will request to the
Sir, let me take 2 queries. Later on we will close this.
Please, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, for the last year mechanical students, what should be preferred, GATE exams or private? Because now coding and software knowledge is becoming important for all branches, but most of mechanical students are not that much efficient at coding side.
Yes, very good question. I appreciate you dare to ask this question. So I am saying that you should be equipped with Industry 4.0, you should be very good at coding. But it is not quite possible for the people from textile, production, civil, mechanical. Yeah, I agree. But it is not about the coding. It is all about the other technologies. Robotics, it does not require coding. It's a supply chain management, it does not require coding. IoT business, it does not require coding. Then digital basics, it does not require coding. However, you do not go through the coding, but you have this cutting edge technology which will be useful for this Industry 4.0 and which is now new landmark for the coming up industry. So, going for higher education by appearing in the GATE, it is your curiosity whether you want higher education. You are very good in terms of finance at your home, you go for higher education. If you want job immediately in the market, you have option of this availability of the market as per your potential.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
So a few days back there was a news from our finance minister that many of the sectors will be privatized. So will that have an impact on GATE like PSUs?
I should not comment on this political question, but in coming 1-2 years, the PSUs like IOCL, Bharat Petroleum, Hazgadock, Air India, they will be working with a full potential and with a very good capacity building. And you should not worry about such a small sentence or any announcement. This is just their planning, they used to say. It's a long-term planning. You should not worry about this. You either secure your job or go for higher education. Though it is a privatized, maybe Indian Railway privatized, but it does not mean that there will be no recruitment. Manpower is required. So that is their policy, how to run the administration. That is the administrative part, privatization or government. That is not our part. We are from this manpower recruitment. We should not talk about the administration.
Dr. Gulani sir. Dr. Gulani sir.
Hello.
I think if you want to talk anything else with the audience.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Last question from my
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please.
Hello.
Last question from my end.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I am hearing.
Hello, sir. Sir,
Yes.
what will be the effect of service industry after COVID-19? Because in this panic situation, no one is allowing the people inside the house. So there are so many.
See the way, one of the example I would like to tell, in our society, there were some washing machines, fridges, ACs, were facing some problem, but they could not access the people, the service people. So this you have to adjust in this pandemic situation. But as if services in the industry, if you say, then IT services and consulting, and services in the mechanical system, and services in the supply chain management, there will be very boom in the market. So this is a very negligible part. You can neglect. This is a occasion, 1 or 2 days. If machine is not working, let it be. After this lockdown over, you can go in market and take electrician, and you can do it.
Hello. Gulani sir. Gulani sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Last question from my end. Gulani sir.
This is the last question.
Gulani sir. Sir. Sir, you have given the many options of online learning, e-learning.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So, what do you think that how much we Indian people are comfortable with all these ways
All are
of
comfortable, sir.
e-learning?
All are comfortable. See, SWAYAM is from India, NPTEL is from MOOCs, is from only some Coursera and all other Skillshare, Harvard University. You may face difficulty in accepting the language, but there is an option that communication, when they talk, that will display in the English line. So you can keep on this line and you can learn accordingly. So it's a interdisciplinary subject, worldwide. So you have to try to learn their languages. So there is an option, and you can click their English. There will be a running line in English. You can sorry, I am stopping here. I thank you very much. I thank you Guru Govind Singh College team, Principal Sir, CEO, Karbande Sir, Sarode Sir. Thank you very much. Thank you all the audience, my dear students, for attending, for your patience. Thank you very much, and have a nice day. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Thank you, sir.
Namaskar.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Gulani sir.
For your
Thank you,
kind words.
Gulani sir.